Hello everyone. So welcome again, a very quick one. This is for today. I don't know what the time is, but let me confirm right here using the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, it's still Wednesday here in New York, so it's a few minutes to Thursday. But in my country, we're in Thursday already. we're in Thursday. So you can look at the top left corner. It's already almost 6 a.m. Thursday. So that's how far the time is over here in my country. Look at the top left. So real quick to the video. So yesterday, if you watched the video before this one, I think it's intraday inside, just intraday. I'll try to add the link. If it's not possible to add it to the description, I'll do it to the comment section where I told you what I'm expecting. And also last week I told you of this inversion fair value gap on the weekly. It's a potential inversion fair value gap, that the presence of what back and forth. It's like basically I just told you that for high probability, like this is it here, for high probability retracement. So this should actually resist higher premium retracement for high probability sell side delivery. That's why I show this level, so you can understand when I go to the daily time frame. So I'll be fast to make the video as short as possible. So this is where my focus is now. Okay, here. So here, this is the week cost current encroachment. Is in the previous video what I expected of it. I told you it should keep price below it, although we had a closing above it here and also here open above it. Price came down eventually, and what I want to pick out is that yesterday, which was Wednesday, I did a video around 12:45 New York time. So I told you I want this buy side to be taken out here. You can check that video, it's in the video. This buy side here at 1.2673. I told you that London might draw here tomorrow. That tomorrow meant Wednesday. Okay, because it was like Tuesday night I did the video, like about 12 p.m. to that level. So I was expecting Wednesday to take this high, because this was how it was, like it doesn't just this way. So Wednesday took out the high just like I anticipated, and that's it. But for this, I want to tell you my insight going into the closing of this week, what I expect for price. So this tail cost encroachment for Tuesday, we couldn't get a closing below it. I told you that for there to be a run lower, higher time frame body must close below here, and I mean the 4-hour and the daily time frame. And I'm wasting no time. This sell side liquidity is easy to draw liquidity. I told this level what I'll be talking about. That level, it's in my top down analysis for this week. I think November what was Monday was 18th, so November Sunday it was a pre-week analysis. This level was discussed in that video. You can check it on this channel. So here is the balance price range we used yesterday. I told you I want price to overlap it. Yesterday price was just about like this, so we haven't done much. So this was the buy side I outlined just now daily, and I told you I want price to run there London. So at 2 a.m. we actually ran there. There was a news released, and I told you this immediate rebalance on the daily time frame. I don't want to see it repriced too. I told you why. I've said this, like this is almost like a slogan, or is like a chorus. Like I told you, if it's a real immediate rebalance, it should not get a repricing, and I told you why. It will be a real immediate rebalance. I told you why, because once the immediate rebalance gets a second repricing, it becomes low probability, which means the probability for it acting as an immediate rebalance, because immediate rebalance is a very strong level RRA that sets price down. So this level is too clean for me. Like that's why, namely this, so it should be at the bottom left, and it should be this flat. So this is relative equal lows. Sell side liquidity is at 1.26133. That's enough for me. But you can see body failed to close. This was the Tuesday still consequent encouragement. Body failed to close there, so I'm still expecting that signature on the 4-hour time frame. It's necessary for me. So going to the 1-hour time frame, this is where I'll round up and go to the European dollar. So I told you we did it about 12:45 or something. So it was about this time. The chart was just this way yesterday, like this, something like this. And I told you I want this buy side liquidity here. I want it to get taken out, and then we opened here at 2 we took it out. I told you this high should not, like, I told you it's permissible to come into this inefficiency. That's why I started the video, to show you what this inefficiency is. Remember, rewind the video. Is this weekly inversion if you ever look at, I told you. So you can easily rewind the video, check it out. But I told you I don't want to see this buy side taken out. In fact, let me show you. Buy side liquidity, it will be better to be left intact, okay? Even though I'm allowing, but it will be better to be. I told you this was during my period analysis, and yesterday I emphasized I don't want it because this was the bearish immediate rebalance. I don't want it to get a second repricing, and you can see price went in there into the inefficiency as I said, and what happened? We rejected lower, and that was it. So now going to this week closing, which is Thursday, Friday. I'm looking at the sell side, but I still need a closure below here on the 4-hour time frame. Basically, the 4-hour time frame, I want the 4-hour time frame to close below this level. I want to see that. Once it happens, then this sell side here will be getting revisited. That was Wednesday low at 1.26. Look at the top left corner, OHCL. I say open, high, low, and close. So the low there is 1.26 310. That's the easiest. So your body close below here, this low, then this. I like this one. This one is really good. I like this one. Like, I love that sell side liquidity. So it's very, to me, I like it well. Very good. Because it's encroached, like these two are almost the same. So price will want to draw there. That's what I'm looking at for the British pound. This is the daily time frame. Okay, you have it. So buy side has been used here, and this is the balance price range I spoke about. I won't be doing too much repetition. This is a new opening gap, but it's the same level as that Tuesday's week cost encroachment, so they're about the same thing. So I'm still bearish, and let me just this line about here. So this red line is just this inefficiency, this BC, this red line. I just need to annotate the high while I use the low of this CP to know the low for the BC. So going into the 50-minute time frame, I could see it. So that high like that. So this high actually, I think it's on the, let me see, high here, 3, no, yeah. The same immediate rebalance signature was shown here. Look here, this candle's low. Look at the top left corner. I'll be using the last 3 digits. It was 628. This candle high was what? The high here, H. The high of this candle was what? 633. So it went. So it was just 33. This was 28. Using the last 2 digits now, 2833. So 33 was higher than 28. That's the immediate rebalance I'm talking about. You can see it. So now it went down. How will I now be using this one? The same higher time frame perspective can be transposed to the lower time frame. If this is a real immediate rebalance, it should not get a second repricing. I'll repeat that. If this is a real immediate rebalance, it should not get a second repricing. Why? For high probability setup, just like this one, we want to see this place not get repriced too. But what if it gets repriced to here? Because it's like a consecutive upload candle and other block. That will take me to the 15-minute time frame. Here on the 15-minute time frame, you can see this high here is the one. It's that same high I told you. Look at it, 1.26633. Look at that high. This is a very little portion. Look here. This CB, this is a very little portion that didn't get traded to by price. So that portion might want to draw price. So if that immediate rebalance gets a second repricing, this CB is what I'm looking at. Now, it getting a repricing has already even lessened the probability, but giving an allowance for that, this CB now, how are we going to use this CB? I'll be telling you. This is a, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Yes. This is the 15-minute left portion of unfilled CB. That's sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. If it gives way, like if price overlaps it to the upside, then relative equal highs at 1.26754 will be the next draw on liquidity. So this is the relative equal highs here. This 15 minutes relative equal highs. So if this level fails, if this level fails to keep price lower, which normally should not even come here for high probability, but if it comes here, it lessens it. But this should keep price lower. If this fails to keep price lower, then we're coming to what? Buy side at 1.26754. So that's what I'm looking at for the inefficiency. And look, something very, 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 very important. Here, you can see, I used to use this in my analysis. For those who used to watch my trade, you must have seen something I do like this. Like, look at this thing, like a trend line. You can see that? look in here, look in here. This signature is too seductive for price. What do I mean? When you see something seductive now for a young man, you say, oh, that lady there is seductive. Like, it means if the young man is not careful, he might be ensnared by her, he might just fall. You understand? So if this is a seductive, like, this is seductive for price, price will want to come in here. It's like I don't like, you can see so much of unswept lows. This low was not taken out, this low was not taken out, this low was not taken out. Can you see that? So it's like giving retail a comforting sign, like, hold your peace, don't worry, we'll go higher. Well, you might give them little profit, but I want to see price, like, I want to see price really tear into that level. It's this kind of signature is seductive price. It's gonna draw price, like just like a lady's drawing a guy. It's good, like it will attract price to itself. So I want to see something like either price go down and keep going, or it can come into this CB. This, I told you what this level is. You can rewind the video. Is that BC high, that inefficiency on the 4 hour time frame? It can come in here and keep going lower, or this inefficiency, it can come into it. After coming in here, it might come into this inefficiency again. So just let me just imagine something. It's not like a pattern. I'm just trying to draw something. Let me try to do it again. This is taking my time. So what I just mean is price can from here come in one, might retreat a little bit, come in. So if this keeps price lower, we'll just keep going down. Might go in here, form a kind of pattern, whatever, and just eat up into this. But if this fails to keep price lower, this inefficiency here, then price might want to gravitate to that relative equal high. And once it gets taken out, then I want to see it sharply displaced. It might give a second opportunity, and then we destroy it, this guy, this sell side, and those relative equal lows below price. Now, some of you might be watching, what's this green line here? Well, it's, let me tell you what it is. No, not this. It's 60 minutes bearish order block opening price. The opening price of this candle. That's what that level is. So your $10. So that's what I'm telling you. Like, but if that if all this level fail, this relative equal highs, then price might just keep going higher. And if this immediate balance get a secondary pricing, then you won't want to take a shot anymore. You might want to sit still if you are inexperienced, or look for some scalp, go long, whatever, depending on your experience. I won't tell you what to do, but the best thing is to sit still if you don't have so much experience. If price goes to that immediate rebalance, I disrespect the relative equal highs on the 15 minutes time frame for the British pound. European dollar, the same thing I told you on the European dollar before Wednesday open. I told you I want to see it go up, close, not really close below this consequent encroachment for Tuesday. You can see it. Look at the same consequent encroachment on the British pound. This Tuesday consequent encroachment, you can see the British pound didn't get a closing. You can see this tail, the midpoint. Now, consequent encroachment is the midpoint of a tail or weak inefficiency. This one got a closing. You can see price closed below here. So as price closed below there now, it means what? Bodies must close below here for there to be what? Lower, for there to be a run lower. So to me, I think we still might want to continue drawing down. Okay, that's why you can see British the Euro that went low. And I told you how this inefficiency should function. It should function at resistance to prevent higher price. It's in that video. You can watch it. So I won't make this video necessarily long. So what am I expecting for today? Well, simple. We could retrace into premium, a short-term premium. It could be this week consequent encroachment. It's an up close candle here. There's some qualifications for that. But what I want to bring out is, I think it will be better on the. Is there something here I want to talk about before I proceed? No. Let me see. No. So let's just go to the 60-minute time frame. Here we go. So let me see if there's a better view than this. This was the level, and it was about Tuesday, Wednesday 12:45. It was somewhere here. So before here, I thought it's reasonable that this guy might not go up to make a higher high. Like Wednesday did not make a higher high here, but here on the British one, Wednesday did not make a higher high. Okay, so I thought it's okay that this guy might not retrace up, but this CB in the 60-minute time frame should act to want to send price lower, coupled with that green inefficiency on the daily time frame. that should act as a support for price, this green inefficiency. So going to the 50 minutes time frame where I'll round up the video. That was 12:45 was when I did that video. So price was about here. I thought it's okay for price not to draw here. I was actually looking if it can come to this level, but I saw this might not go up and the British pound might still go up. I said it in that video. I won't say the minute timer. Do your due diligence. If you want to check, go check out. So now, price fell lower yesterday, and I'm watching this retracement. This is the level I put on the chart here. This is a 5-minute CB, and I said if it gives way, then upside. If it gives way, that is, if it gets overlapped to the buys to the if it gives way, I'll rephrase that. If it gets overlapped to the upside, then buy side at 1.05690. 1.05690 will be the draw. So this is the buy side at 1.5690. You can see price has overlapped it to the upside. So price might want to gravitate to take out this high here and this high here. So if it does that, the way price rejects, so this high might be a draw on liquidity based on what we see London going to the AM session 8:30. That high is the London buy side. So it might be a draw on liquidity for price on the European dollar. Then we might want to see it decline lower after that. So I'm watching that very closely. That's what I'm watching. They are relative equal highs. It's still smooth, like price has retraced so deep. If you use a Fibonacci to measure discount, what just happened to my chart? Okay, let's use this high. Or let's just use this swing this way. You can see that price has gone beyond midpoint, beyond equilibrium. Equilibrium is this 50% here. Price has gone into premium, so it's in a deep premium now. So it's a possibility that this high might get taken out. Like, it's too clean. Look at that high. So I like this high. To me, I think it really will get taken out at 1.569. So I mentioned this level last night, and you can see it was overlapped, so it's going to the high. Now if it goes to the high, I want it to reject. Once it rejects, where am I anticipating price to trade to? Okay, price should want to aim for this Wednesday low, and also this is a low here. This is a sell side liquidity, relative equal lows. This is sell side liquidity at 1.04955. So that low is too clean. You can see this low also is too clean. So price might want to draw in there. It doesn't have to do it today, okay? Thursday can just keep retracing even more. That's just what I'm anticipating. I think this video is a little bit long, but that's just it. So this high should get taken out. There's an inefficiency here, so I want price to, this inefficiency should keep price low. And if this inefficiency gets disrespected, just like on the British pound, I told you level that will get disrespected, that immediately balance. If you get a second repricing on the British pound, then premium will be called for. The same thing here. If this gets immediately, like if price overlaps this inefficiency, like that 5 minutes inefficiency, how price climbed it higher this way, if this happened here and price climbed higher, then everything might be changing, and the narrative change. So that's what I'm looking at for this. For the Nasdaq, there's lots of inefficiency. This is the regular trading hours. I just long press on here and I change it to regular trading hours. So this here we have new day opening gap. So I want price to want to draw to this level here. There's a real voidness of liquidity in there. That's it. It's a sweet point. New day opening gap. That's the meaning of the end of new day opening gap, liquidity void. So going back to the electronic trading hours, you can see that level. So I want price to want to draw to that level here. If this level gets, you can see there's new week opening gap. It's a little bit faint, but this new week opening gap, if this keeps price from falling lower, then we're going to see this level. It doesn't have to do it today, by the way. I told you how this level should function in my pre-week analysis. You can watch that video. I might try to include it in the comment section or in the description. And the ES, the same narrative for it. So if this inefficiency keeps price lower, then price might want to draw into some premium level. So that is that for that. Hopefully this video is helpful to someone. Have a great trading day, and remember to subscribe and drop your questions, your thoughts, and